Okay, my name's Steve Daguerre. Welcome to another BeerNative beer review. All right, if you've never done this before, you should have a better camera than me because my camera just keeps cutting out. I'm not sure why that's happening, but hey, please subscribe, tell your friends, stick these videos on Reddit, do me a favor and share alike. That would be totally awesome. Today I'm going to be reviewing a beer from yet another brewery I've never had. It's actually, if we've watched the last two, it's going to be a West Coast IPA again. This time a double IPA. We'll see what kind of difference that makes. And it's from 360 Brewing Co. down in Sussex, actually, where Beak Brewing was from, which is what I just did last. Oh gosh, feels like eternity ago, just a few days ago. If you go check that one out, I'll post it up here or even here. So let's take a quick look at them. Let's look at the can to start. I quite like the art, but you'll see that they have a trend to the way they both brand themselves as the logo along the top. The way they add art reminds me a little bit of Whiplash in Dublin, and then they have a theme to the way things look, and it's generally pretty cool. So let's dive in here, and you can see here they are. Double Decker Milk Stout. You can already catch the 12 beer special here where you grab a variety box. Actually, it seems like a pretty cool box to buy. First time I've seen it. Double Decker Milk Stout. It all looks pretty cool. We don't care about cookies, so let's kill the cookie banner and we get a better look at the website. Yeehaw. All right. Jump in here and take a look at cans. And we're going to see they got London Fog, more mist. They actually say Sussex favorite brewery. It's like I just did one from Sussex. Maybe you are, maybe you aren't. I don't know, but it's people just say stuff like that. There's the one I have there. Actually, I've already loaded it. There we go. So you can see I highlighted. I started looking at what is involved here. A West Coast double IPA, vibrant, intense American hops. Yes. Simcoe, Columbus, and Centennial. Columbus, ooh, the devil of the hop varieties, sometimes known as CTZ, mistaken for Tomahawk and Zeus. That's it. Columbus, Tomahawk, Zeus, hence CTZ. Super punchy alpha acids, all the ingredients to give you long drawn out flavors and punchy pines from the West Coast, and then paired nicely with Centennial, which I still have there. Centennial, I think it has its roots in British hops like Goldings, etc. But obviously it's been amped up and it's better. This is Centennial is a swapperoo for things like Chinook, which are also very much characterized by the West Coast. Well, there goes my camera again. All right, we got to do an inspection on that. But 675 for a double IPA, it's an 8%. So they're saying citrus, peach, and pine. Okay, well, we're going to have to go with that. Let's take a look, shall we? Here's the can up close. This camera's giving me goofiness today. Wonder if the beer can works. There's the can itself. It's not going to zoom in. There we go. Brewed in Sussex, West Coast Imperial. I like the art though. Check that out, right? Another company committed to good art. Very nice. Oh, we can see the best before is July. Where's the canning date? I don't have that. That's okay. And there's the artist, Elise Porter. So we can look up her if we wanted to and get a little bit of a feel for the artist, which is nice. I like when people do that and promote artists on their cans. I mean, artists don't make, unless you're selling NFTs, you don't tend to make a lot of money as an artist these days. So that's cool that we can do that. All right, I got a glass. Let's avoid the microphone and give that a little bit of pour. Wow, really amber color, like honey. We didn't see what kind of, no mention of malt, but it's certainly not extra pale. So the last West Coast was extra pale malt. It was like transparent. It didn't have a lovely amber golden color like this does. Wow, that is a beautiful color. All right, so let's back it up and you can see like that is almost orange, almost, what am I thinking? Like, what's the stuff that you catch a mosquito in it and then you create dinosaurs? I want to say amber. It is amber, isn't it? That was Jurassic Park, right? So I got super citrus right like as it poured in. Not a lot of pine. Maybe peach, but mostly lemon citrus. But that's, hey, I'm not complaining. That sounds awesome. Wow, letting that wash across the sides of the tongue. That is punchy. Oh my goodness. That is. Whew. Okay, so there's a lot of bitter there. Not a bitter I would associate with like a cool pine. I can't do much about this. The camera problem. I don't know why it's doing that. Maybe we just reboot it like everything else. But it is a peach, but it's way overwhelmed by how bitter and piney it is. It's a real punch. It's like I would have said it had Chinook in it, but it feels like I'm just chewing on hops, like floral, very floral. Um, I actually said this with a beak, but like lilac, like there's a strong rose floral penetrating up my nose, and then you have to wait a while, and you get a lot of lemon zest and maybe really hard white grapefruit. But I would say the atmosphere this generates is not lovely summer sipper. It's like slow boat, almost whiskey. Actually, it does hit almost like a smokiness of an Islay whiskey, like that. So again, very different from the last two West Coasts, but challenging. So let's score it up. It might be the double IPA behind it that's amplifying some of those hard hitting. I don't know, like chewing on ball bearings, kind of plastic, almost plasticky. Not in a bad way, but if you, I don't know. I've said that before, so I'm sure you know what I mean by that. All right, let's do this. The artwork. Let me pop that back on there, right, so you can get a look at it, and even give you a feel for the theme. So I'm starting to give people credit when there's a rather than like a punk where they just make everything look the same, where they make room for, let's look at double decker for example, where they make room for the artist, but they have a consistent and quite catchy branding across the top and smart use of white or intelligent use of white spaces. Graphic people like to say. I really do like that. I think that that is a pretty cool way of doing things. So I'm going to give it a 4 on art. Something about I want to give it a 4 on packaging, and I'll tell you why. When you certain papers they use for certain cans have a texture. Sometimes there's embossed. Sometimes there's just a tactileness, like in the back in the 90s or 2000s when you had to mail your CV in and you'd put it on fancy paper because that would make you stand out. Ooh, let's like that. It's doing that for me now. The paper quality on here, even though it's just not a custom can, it's just stuck on. Some about it's very tactile and very nice. So I'm going to give it an extra point for that. So we're at 8. And then in terms of accuracy as a West Coast double IPA, it is. It's not as light on the malt as I would have expected, but I think that maybe does it a favor, right? Some of the hops that they've chosen and some of the pininess, the malt being a little bit more heavy are going to amplify that. And plus, they're going for a double IPA, so maybe that's made an improvement. So I think it's not malt forward at all. It's still very hop forward. So yes, they're going to get a 4 out of 10 on accuracy and uniqueness. I think just a 3. So it's pretty good. So great. So we have an 8 and a 7, so we're at a 15. And do I like it? It's at least an 8 because I like challenging beers. I love whiskeys. I love Islay whiskeys. So that's going to be very subjective. That I think some people would find this way too strong, and they would think it was like a 10%, not an 8%. It it bats way out of its. Come on back, camera. It bats way out of it tastes boozier than it is, which is sometimes we compliment beers for being the other way around, right? So I'm going to keep it at an 8 because that's it for me. That's going to give it a 23 out of, well, that's a pretty good score still, right? 23 out of 30. So nice work, 360. I will be checking more of your stuff out in the very near future as summer progresses. It is a beautiful day. It's a Monday. What is it? Monday the 19th of April. I'm recording this in 2021. And it is totally stunning. And the sun's about to come flying in through this window. So I'm going to get outside and enjoy it. This has been awesome. Thank you for watching now and in the future. Again, though, tell your friends, do the subscription thing, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. Steve out.